Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Fleming, and I am the Pilot's Advisor. And today we're going to talk to you about and teach you about three of the worst behavioral mistakes that investors make. Unfortunately, humans in general are complicated, irrational beings, and we've learned that over time our mindset and behaviors can have a massive impact on our financial outcome. And controlling these behaviors is one of the hardest parts of my job. Our brains are hardwired with psychological biases that can hurt us as investors, especially right now when we're experiencing an economic crisis and really volatile markets. So, three of the biggies that we can talk about and try to control are action bias. Humans are primed for action. It makes us feel in control, especially in uncertain times. However, sometimes immediate action is the wrong move, especially when it's driven by emotional reactions or gut decisions. I talk to you guys all the time about not making short term emotional decisions about your long term investments, and we must keep that in mind. In times like these, investors just feel like they should do something when many times doing nothing is probably the best thing to do, except for rebalancing. So you got to fight action bias by taking the time to engage the rational part of your brain and getting advice before you make a move. Second biggest mistake, recency bias. We tend to remember recent events more clearly, so we give them more weight when we make decisions based on past or potential future events. While market losses hurt, we can't let them derail our goals or keep us on the sidelines. If you're feeling burned by the market right now or the correction, reach out so we can help put these things in perspective. No different like in 2008 when you felt the burn then. And then Warren Buffett's favorite, confirmation bias. We love being right. We hate being wrong. Pilots especially feel this way. So if we want to go out there and look for information, we'll more easily find stuff that confirms our beliefs. And you need to counteract this by getting an outside perspective or creating systems to make logical decisions and talk to those people so you don't take that confirmation bias. So the truth is, we all have biases, but understanding them and controlling them, even as professionals, we can learn about how our brains work and try to leverage this and these behaviors to make sure that we don't allow these biases to allow us to make bad decisions with our financial future. And that's why understanding this side of the money and investing is very, very important. If you want to talk about these biases or read an article, where it talks about Warren Buffett and him talking about some of these biases, I can send that to you. Just reach out to me. But the big one I like to focus on right now is recency bias because we feel the pain right now. And based on that recency bias, no different than like when the S&P was doing very, very well, we wanted more of our money in the S&P 500 because of that feel good of the recency of return. And I cautioned against that. And you saw kind of what happened with the S&P. And then right now, action bias is a very, very big thing. Let's not allow our emotions to determine what kind of decisions we make. So I'm here for you. Reach out to me as always. I like talking to you guys, and we can talk about some of the stuff on our next podcast or our next video. Talk to you soon.